Hi, I'm Dr. Manny Faria of the Cellular Health Institute, and I'm here with my lovely wife, Debbie Faria. How you doing?
I'm good.
And some of you may have seen my first video that I did on breast implant illness at healthecells.com. That's HELTHECELLS. And a lot of you have seen it on the internet. And today we're going to be talking more about our same story and about what my wife, I wanted you to meet Debbie because she's had her explantation surgery, and we've been working with her on a functional medicine, natural medicine procedure, and she's doing quite well. And well, Debbie, why don't you tell them about what you went through in the last few years?
Well, it was 2008. I got implants. I went to get a reduction in lift, and that got talked into implants in addition. So got those, and then I met you shortly after. And then 2010, I started to feel really tired. And you know, you attribute it to life, age, and that kind of thing. And then the tired got worse, and then brain fog set in, and then you remember I just started getting so many UTI infections, one after the other.
Urinary tract infections.
Yep, and so you did the blood work on me, and then you had your findings.
And you know, when I do blood work, I mean, I run about 35 different panels just on a screening, 96 different biomarkers. I'm checking a lot of things. You know, we love that show CSI, the crime scene investigator. We do cellular scene investigation in our office, and we look at different things. I was so shocked at her liver enzymes. Her ALT and AST should be around 15 to 20 or so. There were 200-300. Many other enzymes are elevated. She had autoimmune thyroid. We did other tests, and leaky gut,
adrenal fatigue,
small intestinal bacteria overgrowth, many imbalances in methylation. We did genetic testing, and we begin to see that in our office we look at this bucket, and her bucket was overflowing. Not only the things she inherited from her mom and dad and other toxicities from the heavy metal fillings, the mercury fillings, and I figured, you know, sooner or later, because this is the same philosophy we use, if we remove the interference, your body heals itself. You look for the imbalances, you just don't treat the symptoms. And so I began to think, okay, we need to look at this and start treating you with diet, lifestyle, specific nutritional supplementation, hormone replacement if necessary, and start doing those things. And that's what we did.
That's what we did. I became 100% organic, makeup, cleaners, homemade cleaners out of essential oils, everything. And I got better.
Right.
I got better, and then something would crash, and then you'd pull me out again, I'd get better. But then...
you're a really good patient. You really...
And I am. I'm a 5-star patient. So you're a 5-star doctor, I'm a 5-star patient. But then, you know, the SIBO, and then the pain that was all in here.
Right.
All in here, and in my shoulder, like frozen shoulder, and just, oh, it was bad. And I had some hip pain earlier on, and then rashes and lesions, and they were horrible. They were just really horrible, and they were ruining my skin. I was getting little scars from them where I can't tan. They leave little white marks, and they were itching and burning, and they were horrible. And so then, you know, we figured out there was only one thing left to do, and it was what I didn't want to hear, because that was a big surgery, and I never thought I would ever.
What was the last thing?
Surgery.
You know, because once you put any foreign substance into the body will try to encapsulate it. Any implant, whether it's saline or silicone, the body will create a encapsulation to try to isolate it from the body. And that could stimulate an autoimmune reaction or chronic inflammation. We know back in the 90s, many implants were taken off the market, and then they were put back on the market. And there was a lot of women that got sick. And right now, breast implant illness is a real illness. And she had saline, and there's the same thing. The saline has a silicone outer shell with many...
I have the safest ones on the market. I have the smooth shell,
right,
but it is silicone with a saline inside.
And that shell has many other chemicals in it. It has many other platinum in it.
Cesium.
It could have many other... Tulane. It could have many other chemicals that could degrade. As you'll see in her report, she had degradation of the outer shell. And so We had to find the right surgeon. You have to get an in-block procedure. We can help you with that. Total capsulectomy. You have to remove it correctly. She had the right lift. She went to a surgeon in Sarasota that had done over 3,500 of these. Excellent surgeon. And we had prepared you for months, if not years, and your methylation pathways, your detox pathways. I was amazed to see her go through this surgery so well.
It was a breeze.
Not even need any pain medications, recover so quickly.
Anesthesia didn't affect me at all. No pain pills the first day. Ibuprofen the next 5. One ibuprofen a day for 5 days.
Right. Compared to her first 2 surgeries, she didn't feel as well. And so once you remove that source toxicity, that isn't it. In fact, I remember talking with the surgeon, she was saying, after having done over 3,500 of these, there's something going on to these women. There's something.
Even though there's no scientific proof, she said, there is something going on.
Right, there's something going on. And some would get well quickly and some not. And having been doing functional medicine for over 30-something years, I said, well, just like if you remove a mercury toxic filling or a root canal that's infected or something, or if there's toxicity in the body, if you remove the source, you now have to detox the body. I
have the gene. I have the MTHFR
You have the
gene, like so many women I've read have.
Right, and so you have to go through a detoxification process at a cellular level, not just a colon cleanse or a liver cleanse. You have to have a total whole body cleanse. And not only that, you have to eat properly, you have gluten sensitivities, and many other things, and the right nutraceuticals and the right hormone replacement if necessary. And so when she went into surgery, her pathways were all ready for the surgery. And it was really quick after the surgery. Not only had things gotten better, but your pain had not. It was getting worse. Mm-hmm. And we'll see on the side, the pathology report that you actually had capsular inflammation and hematomas. And
the weird thing is that my implants, when we went back the next day to Dr. Barnett, the director of surgery, and she showed us our implants. She has them in a container in a special solution. She showed them. They looked perfect. They were clear.
Right.
They looked perfect. And then, but we did have her send them to a special lab in Canada, a really good doctor there that really knows what he's doing. And you've got the findings, which, man, that just spoke tons to me. And this is just the preliminary findings.
Right. And so when we got these findings back, and this is a preliminary finding, we see that the implants incorporate a troublesome anterior diaphragm valve associated with user morbidity.
We're the user.
Right. User morbidity, that means all those symptoms.
Us, ladies.
All those symptoms, the chronic fatigue, the irritable bowel, the depression, the anxiety.
There's a reason.
I mean, all these symptoms that you can't connect the dots to in that bucket theory of disease that's causing your bucket to overflow. And when we look here, neither implant was ruptured, but both have a defectively made valve. And capping of the valve on each implant was not possible because of the incorrectly dimensioned components, a common defect which entails, listen to this, substantial risks to the user. In essence, both implants varied in volume during their dwell time. Can you believe this? As the saline filling solution instilled by the implanting surgeon egressed and was replaced by body fluids. What that means is that fluid was going in and out of these implants.
So saline was going in my body, and that's not just saline, by the way, according to the lab. And then body fluids were going into my implants.
Concurrently, inoculation of the filling fluid would have occurred, giving her rise to septic implants. And there was evidence of microbial activity was confirmed in both implants. The left implant was more substantially degraded. And then we looked at the capsular.
Well, it was the silicone shell
was starting to degrade.
Degrading, and it said at a surprising amount, too.
Right. You had organized hematomas in the capsula. You had calcifications going on, which was irritating the intercostal nerve, probably contributing to the pain that she was having. So the whole point is that it was certainly a source toxicity for you, Debbie, and it was causing a buildup of autoimmune problems, and that coupled with other genetic variations and imbalances in your body. And so when you go back to your doctors and They're saying, you know, you're hitting some resistance from your primary care, from your surgeons, from your GYN, maybe not familiar with functional medicine. And these are things that I've been seeing always, that there is a cause for something. And so we have to put our CSI caps on, and we have to walk into the crime scene, you know, and develop our forensic pathology analysis. And we begin, because what happens is all sickness basically is cellular cytopathology. It's cellular toxicity and deficiency in the cells. There's an imbalance in the cells, a chronic inflammation, which leads to this cell toxicity and this cell deficiency. And within the cells are the mitochondria that make energy called ATP. Guess what?
They weren't making energy for me.
And you have to get rid of toxins, so you need glutathione, 5,000 times more powerful than vitamin C as an antioxidant, and you make it in your cells. That becomes deficient. And so here you have a very simple explanation. You have cell cytopathology, cells aren't recreating correctly. There's 70 to 100 trillion cells in your body. You have a leaky gut. Things are leaking into your system, circulating through the bloodstream. Your immune system gets triggered. You have an autoimmune problem. And now what we have to do is remove these interferences and allow the body to heal itself. And so that's what we did. You know, that's what we did for you.
Do you remember I wanted my pajamas on at 7 o'clock? I slept till 10 in the morning. I didn't want to go out on the weekends. I just was no fun. And I wasn't even fun for myself. And you know what? When I looked in the mirror, it doesn't matter how much makeup I put on, I looked worn out. And I thought that was just, turned 62, and I thought that was just age, and that was the new me. And it isn't, because all the worn out is gone now. You know, and you mentioned going to your doctor. A week after my surgery, I went in for my well woman OBGYN appointment, and I tried to show her my chest and tell her about breast implant illness. She just wasn't having any. She was totally uninterested. I broke up with her, but she was really not interested, and it's really offensive to me, because she has women coming into her, I know, I'm sure, all day, women, I'm tired, I have brain fog, I don't feel well, and you know, knowledge is power, and she didn't even care to learn about what went on with me. So I found a new office for that, a holistic office for my well woman care. And you know, the other thing that I would just like to address is that I know there's a lot of men out there that aren't believing their wives, and you know what? Your wife is really sick.
Yes,
and she
is.
may not look at, and you might not be able to see those implants, but she's really sick. And my lab results, you know, besides my lab results that you did, because you do very out of the box lab testing, this isn't mainstream testing. So, you know, that showed I wasn't crazy. But the lab results on the implants themselves shows, oh my goodness, this was going on in my chest. How horrible is that? So Dr. Barnett, you know, she took him out, she did the lift, she gave me what I wanted 9 years ago. It could be done, and you put me on the cleanse, the
right.
detox,
and so,
supplementation.
Right, and so there are the whole point of this video is to, I was speaking with a patient the other day, and she was telling me about, you know, one of the best things you told me, doctor, was that was the hope you gave me at the end. It's not just talking about, okay, breast implants causing a problem, or that, oh yes, that's a problem, but that there's a solution for it. Because without hope, your heart gets sick, and you just can't heal, body, mind, and spirit. And so, yes, you can get well. And just because you get them removed doesn't mean you're going to get well either. As I was explaining to our surgeon, is that could it be that some women are healthier than others, and some have higher levels of toxicity in their body? And so what we do is coach you, is help you understand the process, what to do pre-surgery, what to do post-surgery, what tests should you run, what type of supplements should be on that are high quality. I see everything going on Dr. Google. Dr. Google can confuse the heck out of us. You can get so confused what to do. This lady said, you know, that's kind of I had a lady I was talking to on the phone, she said, that's the missing link. We need to know.
You're the missing link, yeah.
And doctors like us that do these type of things, that's why we're making this video, is breast implant could be one cause, but see, the body becomes dis-ease, lack of ease before it becomes diseased. And so when you have these imbalances, sooner or later it's going to hit that threshold and you're going to get sick. And so what we did is, we're fortunate enough that we got together and we were able to figure this out, and now you have all this energy and you're beautiful, you're always beautiful.
I'm back, I'm in the gym, I'm doing yoga, I'm exercising,
right.
I'm organizing things that I just couldn't even think to do before. My brain fog is gone. My fatigue is gone.
Right.
The pain is just a tiny little bit left. It's like it's shrunk and shrunk and shrunk. Haven't done the blood testing yet to see where I am there, but man, I'm just feeling.
But we had
amazing,
done.
And I think I look different. My kids have said I look different. My mom has said I look different. I think I look healthy and glowing. I think my eyes sparkle now.
Now, we had done enough blood testing to know that you went from these really dangerous liver enzymes.
Right.
They were better. So what we want to do is kind of give you hope out there. I want you to let you know that what we're doing, and we're here to hear. And one of the things that I like to do, because this is a new type of medicine, a new type of health coaching, so to speak, is that you can call our office at 407-862-2287. That's 407-862-2287. Speak to our front office girl and set up a 15-minute complimentary consultation with me, and I could discuss your particular situation and see if there's anything we can do to help you or give you any advice of what you should do. You can go to healthecells.com, H-E-A-L, healthecells.com, and watch some of my videos. I have my first breast implant video on there that I did, and this one will be on there too, and other ones that we're going to do. When your wife gets sick, guys, you need to listen. You really do need to listen. And you need to pay attention to this, because
if you want her back. If you want your old wife back.
And so when I went through this, I'm passionate about it, because this is my partner in life, and this is my person. I want her to be 100% of all that she can be. And so give me a call, or email me at Dr. Faria, Dr. Faria at healthecells.com. Go to healthecells.com or give me a call, and we'll discuss your particular situation as it pertains to breast implant illness. Make sure you share this video with as many people as you can on Facebook and social media. This is the only way we can get our message out there and let people know that breast implant illness is real. If you know someone that has breast implant illness, or someone that has a chronic degenerative disease of any kind.
Right, because there are a lot of women walking around that don't even know they have it.
Right.
Or they don't even realize how sick they've gotten, because it's happened in layers, a little fatigue, more fatigue, you write it off, you get used to it, now you got some brain fog, you got a little more brain fog, now you got a little pain in your neck, but you learn to live with it, and so on and so on and so on, and then you go from here to here, and you don't know how you got there.
Right, and the beauty of this is I can work with you all over really the country, or really around the world. I do talk virtually. With this type of medicine and technology that we have today, we're able to communicate, get tests done, and we're able to do the CSI diagnostic workout and get to the root cause of your problem, because it's a crime if you're not being the 100% beautiful woman you deserve to be, the way God made you. You should have all the energy in the world to do the things you want to do, be the mom, be the grandma, be the wife, be everything that you can be. In fact, you can be like my wife, right? Because she is certainly beautiful. So God bless you. We look forward to helping you. Reach out to us, because we're here to help. Take care, all right?